Hey.
Oh.
How? Isn't that what,
Like, how?
yeah, isn't that what they said in Pocahontas? How?
How do you do?
No, he just said, how?
I know, we're a little early today, aren't we?
We are. What's his name? Coco? Or was that Pocahontas? The one that wanted to, no, what was his name? The one that wanted to get with Pocahontas, but she wanted to get with John Smith. And then the daddy wanted Pocahontas to marry Coco.
Or do you mean the one that went... Remember that?
No.
Remember when he ran out, like, he was, like, looking at them through the bushes, and then he just comes out, he's like, whoa! Just...
Who did that?
Oh, I can't remember. That was the most significant part I remember in that movie.
Bits. Oh, is that when they beat him up and she was like, "Get off of him!" Oh yeah, okay, I remember that. Yeah, you're like, "Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, all right, yeah." So I do remember that. Why was that the most significant part?
Just because it was funny to me.
No, wow.
Well, when I was a kid, I didn't know any better. All I just saw was flailing arms and yelling, so I thought it was hilarious.
I didn't understand Pocahontas 2 because in Pocahontas 1, Pocahontas got with John Smith. But in Pocahontas 2, she got with that other dude.
She cheating!
Is she a whore?
No.
Oh.
I don't know. Whoa! Okay, way to label our Disney characters, man.
Well, no, I mean, I could say that because Disney didn't even stay true to the real story.
It was either that or Disney.
Yeah, no. So...
We didn't need that, Christian.
Didn't need what?
Get it? Need? Oh.
I got you. Let me clear up before anybody gets upset. I did not mean to be offensive when referencing Pocahontas as such a man.
He's lying.
I did not. It was clearly a joke. But yeah, that is a movie. I will say though, Pocahontas has some really, really great music in it. Really, really great. I think that soundtrack is one of the most underrated Disney soundtracks.
It flows in the wind.
That wasn't an invitation to sing.
What? It was. But, it totally was.
It clearly was not.
I mean, you can do better than I do, so sing it.
I
said you can do better than I do, so sing it.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
I tried so hard to not choke on my water.
Yeah.
With the most straightest face, but I couldn't.
So, yeah. But
oh,
yeah,
my Lord.
I like that. Anyhow.
How the heck are you going to, like, purposely sing bad when I know you're a gospel singer?
Because it's fun.
See, we lost people watching because of that.
I know, it's all my fault. It was all my fault.
Oh, jeez.
Did I click on? Anyhow, yeah. If you would be so kind, if you don't mind, is to like and share the video, invite people to the broadcast. Did you figure out how to invite, how to do the split web screen?
Mm-mm.
Okay. We'll get that figured out, so that way we can actually start bringing people on with this. But anyhow, Tuesday we talked about how this has been a really, really extraordinary year for video games, and there's still some awesome titles coming out the remainder of the year. And we kind of touched on a while back.
I know we touched this before, as Christian was about to say.
Yeah,
we did touch on some of the games that turned out to be flops this year, but there were some on this list right here that weren't mentioned.
Yeah, not as
were brought to my attention that we forgot to talk about. One of them, however, we already did talk about, which still is true, is For Honor.
Don't you love how he jumps the gun? Anyhow, yeah, we do. Yeah, like you said, we did talk about some of the games that were not as well received. But this here
flops.
Yes, but this here actually narrows it down even further. It's the top 5 worst games of 2017 so far.
I probably wouldn't say worst, but as you said, not well received.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
They were okay in the beginning, but then
top 5 most disappointing games of 2017 so far, according to this list. You may disagree. As Brandon, I think there's a couple on here that Brandon.
I pretty much go into every single one of these that we'd look at disagreeing because they're all from different sites.
Yeah. So we'll see.
It almost feels like spam sites, but either way, like it's fine to do these because even though some of them may not be true, we can still find reasoning behind it as to basically it like starts up like a discussion.
Yeah. So if you agree, disagree, comment, let us know as we're going through them, whatnot. But the first one was Outlast.
Not specifically the first one.
Or the top. I should say the top one on this list at the top of the list. These are number 5 was Outlast.
No, it's not the first one. Look again.
Yeah, number 5.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh,
it's Outlast 2,
sorry.
not the first.
I was looking.
Do you not know your Roman numerals?
No, I didn't see that right there. But I was looking at because when he says that the first one, because we're going in list and then the list order. I was like, wait, it says right there, number 5. So anyhow,
oh, we're gonna need your phone for the last one because I have a clip that I have to show everybody for that specific one that got number 1.
Okay.
As to why it was so not
Hello, my
well
fellow.
received. God dang it, Kenny. Hey, Kenny.
Okay, let me tell you something, Kenny. I went and looked up that hentai after we got off the broadcast. We're not going to talk about that. We are not going to talk about that at all on this broadcast. That word is now officially off limits for BRE Facebook Live. It's not appropriate. It's not okay. How dare you? Well, I wouldn't go as far as say how dare you. I'm being a little extra. But anyway, no, we're not talking about that. That is not okay. Anyway.
I personally don't care, but we gotta take it. Wait, but we gotta take into consideration
there are
minors
looking at this too.
13 and younger, etc. Yeah,
I appreciate art at its finest.
Well, he's not wrong. It actually is art because it has to be drawn.
Really, you're gonna justify this? Really, you're gonna justify?
If you think about it, it is true.
We're not gonna.
Here we go.
We're just not. We're not gonna. We're not.
I mean, I even got to an argument with this about somebody a few years ago. I'm like, it's true because
I'm not gonna do it.
You have to draw it.
I'm not. Nope. I'm not doing it.
Just think of it as like back in the old Shakespeare days.
Not doing it. Not doing
Spread
it.
my religion. Well,
anyway, all forms.
I thought you were talking about like with I think it was soccer. No, not
Outlast
soccer.
2. The original Outlast was one of the scariest games made, with this sense of dread constantly looming over you and constantly scrambling for batteries made out of every dash feel like life or death.
That's great though, because I mean, like, how do you not want to have that sense of feeling of life or death when something around every corner just comes around and scares the crap out of you?
And by the way, I have we said something Tuesday, which I don't know if I got the chance to ask or not. We were talking about the VRs. Why are they specifically seem like they're specifically targeting the horror games of the VR?
Because it gives them more of a better feeling.
I know, but
it makes you feel like you're there.
I mean, I get that, but
like that's the point of how like horror games were generally meant to be anyway, because it's almost every horror game is first person. And it puts into the scenario as if you were doing it.
Crap. I'm not going to say that. Okay. I was.
Yeah, as Richard said, that Outlast 2 in itself was easily overshadowed by Resident Evil 7. Outlast was good. I liked it. I'm all looking at this. I'm like, no, it's not bad.
Let's see.
Like,
hold on. But thanks to the horrifying, deadly enemies, the environment amplified the feeling that something was about to attack the asylum, only added to the fear factor.
Yeah, I could agree with that, Kenny.
I
will agree with Kenny here that the story for it wasn't as good as the first one.
Okay.
But they are looking like that they're setting up for DLCs. But almost every single game has been doing that now. But it's the fact that like the story in itself was, as Kenora said right here, it's confusing. I honestly didn't understand some of it. I was like, what? I literally had to play it like twice for me to understand it.
Well, with them, they said the sequel didn't have the same level of excitement.
Yeah.
Excitement mainly due to heavy reliance on scripted chase sequences, a cliche story.
Mm-hmm. It was very cliche.
And the lack of navigation through the lack of navigation. So yeah. He's cool today.
I honestly can't wear my hat like this, like at all.
Why?
I don't like it. It almost looks like a duck bill. It's like
it does. What is a horror game not cliche?
That is true.
Yeah, I don't play them. So
no, it's like that. No, that in itself I can agree on too. If anything, you can help them out, then I'll just keep going here.
Yeah. I'll go to the next one, then I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll talk about this one.
For Honor. I'll let him take that. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, For Honor. In the beginning with For Honor, it was a lot of fun. Like, it was the more medieval style of a 1v1 scenario game, with old armor and medieval weapons and stuff that, isn't used anymore today. But even so, like, there are people that still are what's the word? Like they still like, I don't want to say like they have it on their own, but basically it's like they still look into not only its history, but they actually have some of it themselves. And basically like they're more of like a masters in it per se, because they still practice the teaching of it. How's it going?
Good.
And with all the different classes that they had in the beginning, it was really fun. I especially enjoyed Warden, even though he was very simplistic and basic as compared to the other classes. I just found him the most enjoyable. Although, however, I think it was Shogeki, the big guy that has like that huge club that he could put you on his arm and then like crack your back or whatever and do as much damage based on his missing health. Oh, that was disgusting. But it was also, you know, the running gag that was called for Dishonor, because a lot of people kept, you know, pushing people off cliffs and stuff and not doing the whole, oh, just 1v1 me, no pushing me off cliffs, etc. But I'm like, it's just the game. It's like, you know, you really can't do anything about it if it's there. But what the heck? It says right here that apparently multiplayer mode was riddled with technical issues that caused PC players to abandon the game, even threatening to boycott it. Well, I will be fair and say that it did have some online issues, and because of that, I think they lost like 90% of their player base, if I remember correctly, because I think we did have an article on that too. Like when we were talking about like some of the games that like went bad, like over the as time went on, For Honor was on that list, and it said that it was bad because of, you know, not only the online playability, but due to that online playability, that it lost almost nearly all of its player base within a few months. So that was just really bad. But like the game in itself, it was fun. Like I enjoyed playing it for a bit, and you know, you get the most out of it, especially if you play with your friends, and you know, you go into like 3v3s and etc. Or especially like when you have to do the those fights like where you get into like a whole swarm of people, like you just have all your army with you, but you're generally still just attacking the other players. But it's cool because it gives you like a sense of like what it used to be like back in those medieval times when they went to war with each other. Like it was just straight on, head on, hand to hand combat, rather than just, you know, how it's dealt with today. But let's see what we got here next. Ukulele. How do you guys feel about that? Apparently ukulele. Horrid. No, Kenora, I don't know. Honestly, I really had a lot of high hopes for ukulele. Oh, ukulele, Richard, is the successor to Banjo-Kazooie. That's rare, unfortunately. No, but yeah, ukulele is that chameleon in the Bat character. They're supposed to be the successors to Banjo-Kazooie. There was news about it like almost everywhere, like towards like the end of the year of last year, a little bit at the beginning of this year. But honestly, I really haven't seen much news about it ever since then, aside from like release. But they're saying that yeah, exactly, Kenny. Yeah, because it had the same mechanics as Banjo-Kazooie did, but yeah, Richard, yeah, that's what it's called, ukulele, and ironically they named it that way because of, you know, Banjo-Kazooie, ha ha ha. But like, even though it had the same mechanics as Banjo-Kazooie, unfortunately, as you know, Kenny said, it didn't capture that same charm that Banjo-Kazooie had in its heyday. And apparently they were thinking that it's basically like everything on ukulele was exactly as promised on its Kickstarter, but it really didn't have anything memorable to make it like its own, because like Banjo-Kazooie, if we look at it back then, like, you know, you had to collect jiggies and the Jinzos and everything, music notes, and you learn all these different abilities for Kazooie or Banjo himself, depending if it was Banjo-Kazooie or Tooie. And, you know, you had all the different transformations through Mumbo Jumbo or Humbo Wumba, etc. Like, that was all cool and everything. And if you look at, if you slap Yooka-Laylee onto something like that now, almost the same exact thing, it was a real letdown because it didn't have something unique to make it its own. Like, it still kind of felt almost exactly the same. Like, there wasn't really anything to identify aside from the characters that game in itself was Yooka-Laylee. It's a fun game. It's not meant to compete with any genre other than kids games. Not the best platformers, but it's not the worst. 6 out of 10. But I'm an adult, a younger child. Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, I know like it really can't. I know it really wasn't meant to appease like the older folks like ourselves. But like still, I wouldn't mind playing it, if it was like its own unique identity with still that kind of same flair that Banjo-Kazooie had. Like I was really excited, like man, like then we get to play like almost a Banjo-Kazooie game again. But it would have been neat if they threw in like some different like twists, and I don't want to say like twists and turns, but basically like I was mentioning over and over, like something unique to make it its own identity. It is an unfortunate anything. Okay. But either way, like as you said, Richard, like it was generally for the younger target market per se, if they want to look at it that way. But other than that, I think we'll just cut it off with Yooka-Laylee on that there. You can talk about that real quick. Let me go answer the phone.
Of course, he leaves me with the one I did not play, which is Friday the 13th. I did see the movie. The movie scared the crap out of me. You know what? I really wish, this is totally unrelated, I wish they would make a Final Destination video game. Like, you have to run around and, like, the objective is to, like, cheat death and get away from death, but ultimately at the end you die.
Yeah,
servers are trash on that game.
I really tried so hard to play with my friends on that game.
That one?
Yeah, because that's also on, I think it's on Steam. And
well, as long as the servers wouldn't be trash on Final Destination, wouldn't that be a great game?
What, do you get to play as the Grim Reaper and try to kill off everybody, or do you have to
avoid
avoid death?
you have to avoid death.
But then that would be being control. That would be pretty interesting, considering like let's say no, I don't know, because basically like the players would be like quote living their life. Like The Sims, and then you're just one random person that controls the things in their house or whatever.
Well, no, I mean, if you had wrong choices, would kill you. Right? Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, Richard. That would be the thing. Objectives. Took my cousin like 20-25 minutes to find a game.
Not worth $40 at all. Maybe 20. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
anyway, Friday the 13th.
Yeah, Richard said right here with wrong choices. Like that makes me get a sense of
Camera hog.
I know, right? There, feel better.
A little bit.
But no, it makes me feel like if it was to be a game like that, Richard, that it would probably be like you ever play Until? No, you probably haven't. It's a game called Until Dawn.
Yes.
What's it about?
I don't know. But you didn't have the right to make that assumption.
Yeah, Telltale Games. No, because until run hands. Dude, I'll reflect all his hands. You kidding me with this?
Yeah, he'd be like You see that episode of SpongeBob where the bully was gonna beat him up, and then he's like,
"I'm gonna go to work tomorrow." And
okay, I'm ready.
And Christian's like, yeah, Until Dawn was really good because I really do love games that whatever things you do, even if something is small, I think it was killing a squirrel in there is one of them. If you kill a squirrel, somebody does die. But it's all just because...
Right on. I like you, Kenny. Anyway, okay, kill a squirrel, and what else happens?
Somebody does die eventually, all just because you just chose to kill the squirrel unintentionally. Like, you're just like... like, basically, like, you just thought of it as a joke? No. You completely screwed over your game.
Jeez.
It's because, like, they set it up, and you're like, oh, it's just a squirrel. Wow.
Friday the 13th seems alright. Just a rip-off of Dead by Daylight, though. Seemed unoriginal.
Honestly, I didn't get to play Dead by Daylight, but I was hearing things like that's all it was. But it was still pretty cool that, you get to play as Jason and just chase around other, random people It was cool that you got to see like their blood trail and stuff. You know, as they start limping and stuff, and then eventually you just find them, then just shank them, and then it was great.
Interesting.
No,
and for all you haters out there, by the way, I hope you pay attention to the fact that I have shadow on my head now. I have hair.
So what you're saying is that you have...
I have hair.
You have a 5 o'clock shadow on your head?
Yes, I have a 5 o'clock shadow on my head.
Oh, no.
See, I grow hair. I do.
I have no words for this, man. A 5 o'clock shadow.
5 o'clock shadow.
Now it makes me wonder what would happen if I were to flip-flop my hair down here. They'd just be like...
You don't think you like being bald?
Probably not.
Why?
Nick Fury is
Nick
getting
Fury
some
I am. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
no.
Yep. Getting the peach fuzz. Getting the peach fuzz. And Minecraft.
He wants to 1v1 him in Minecraft with diamond swords, and then you just hear, ooh. No, we don't need to go to Minecraft.
Yeah.
Deal with your mono-y-monos.
My head is sore. I'm sorry. Paid no attention. My head is sore. Yeah.
Why is it sore? How come?
I don't know.
I'm like, there's no knots in your hair.
No, but there's some stuff I forgot to put on there. See, here's the thing. The tough thing about being bald. There's some cons to it. There's some actual product that you have to put on your head to avoid razor bumps and all that on your head. And so there's some stuff I forgot to put on there, on the back of my head specifically, that caused some bumps in the back and some soreness. But anyway, none of that has to do with video games. The last one.
So you should grab your phone for this because I'm going to show a video for this.
Oh, okay, yeah, she did request that. The number one worst game, most disappointing game so far is...
I don't think a drum roll is even necessary or even worth it for this game.
So would you prefer a fart?
Probably. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Andromeda.
Me and my grandma's that let her eat too scared.
What?
He called him out to his grandma's house.
Oh.
I'm gonna cook you here something, Shunny.
What kind of return policy do we have on this thing if it just does not do what we need
I'll be right back.
to do?
Go for it. But, yeah. Mass Effect Andromeda. Oh, like, I don't even know where to begin with this. Oh god, Kenny, what? Okay. I know we all expected Mass Effect Andromeda to be, just as good as its predecessors, especially, like, since 3 was the last Mass Effect game that came out, so, we had, some good expectations with it. And, they're all telling us and, everything that they spent on this game, etc. Yeah, I am too, Richard. Like, well, like, think about it, like, to be fair, like, how, like, always in the trailers, like, they always put, like, all the good stuff and everything. But what threw me off was, like, how bad their facial textures were. Like, it was really bad. And playing through it more, I borrowed it from a friend, so I didn't have to buy it. And there were so many bugs, glitches, everything, you name it. Like, I've never been more annoyed of an enemy being clipped into, like, a boulder, for example, and I couldn't even kill him. He could shoot me just fine, because he's in the boulder, and his bullets can apparently pierce through it and still shoot me. But I'm like, where the hell is he? I look on my radar, and he's off map, and he's inside. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, how am I supposed to kill this thing? The gameplay for it is fine, but if it didn't have all those bugs, I would have looked all past that. But there was just too much, and especially how you ran. Like, when you ran, you're like with your legs like all squatting and stuff. Like you had to go take a crap before as you're running. Oh man, like as soon as I started running in the game, I was in tears. I couldn't stop laughing because it was just so outrageously hilarious. But oh, and the cutscenes. That's what I'm gonna get to when Christian comes back. There's a cutscene in specific that you have to see. Like, I'm pretty sure most of you that did play it know which one I'm probably gonna be mentioning, but oh boy, I'll just say it's a fight scene. It's a beautiful fight scene. Yeah, you might as well just play Witcher 3. Christian, bring your phone. They're waiting impatiently.
Keep talking.
I am talking. Don't you hear me talking? He's walking slowly but surely. But the story, I guess, was okay. I don't know. Like, I still really couldn't look past like some of the dialogue, and the facial features always just kept killing me. Just watching it, like in both a funny way and a bad way. I'm just like, why? But, and I know that they did patch it over time to improve on how they look, but it's like we still can't. I heard the companion mission. Yeah, companion missions were good.
All right,
but
what are we looking for here?
Okay, let me see here. It was I think it was Mass Effect Andromeda Krogan fight. Oh, to spell Krogan, it's a Krogan. Oh boy. The Krogan fight is a masterpiece in itself. Oh my lord. Don't play too close because I think I might be laughing on this one.
But now I've bested you, Morda, and Clan Nakmor will pay with blood.
Good enough. Oh my god. Dude, this looks like so bad. Like, I don't know why I'm doing it this way, but like... I know, the glare's terrible. Hang on. Wait, let's look this way. Yeah, that is a little better. No, that's still bad. So, okay, so if you want, you know what, I'll even just show you myself. So, like, okay, let Christian see it real quick. Oh no.
Why is his mouth moving and when the words are...
Oh. And the trip, did you see him trip? No, go back to the trip. Like, the trip is the best part. Okay, so after this, no physical punch effects whatsoever. Hey. Oh my god. It's called Mass Effect Andromeda Krogan fight. The trip! Oh my lord, it was just so bad. Like, so literally, it's just like you take like no blow whatsoever, it's just and nothing happens, and we're just like,
I'm sure this was not the intent that they were
dude,
looking
that
for.
was like the most funniest thing like I've ever seen. Like, there was no
name of the video. It's Mass Effect Andromeda Awkward Krogan Fight.
Yeah, awkward Krogan fight. Yeah, but like, it was just so funny because like when they do the like, you know, at least in today's like
I'm typing in. Keep going.
At least in today's thing, like, you know, you're able to see like the you know, the impacts happening. Like, if somebody was to get punched or something, absolutely nothing happened. Like, it's just like, they're like, what the heck? Like, absolutely nothing happened. So we're just there like,
oh, well, let you talk. I'll do it for you. I'll put it. I'm gonna pin it in the comments for you.
What?
The name of the video.
I'll put it later. I'll probably post it after it's done, or you can just do it right now. But no, other than that, like, that's pretty much about it. It was amazing, really hilarious. But anyways, so we'll cut it off right there for today. So thank you for joining us today, and what are we gonna talk about next Tuesday?
It's a surprise.
Honestly, I have no clue. So I'm pretty sure we'll figure it out over the weekend. But anyway, so
Christian, oh no, we picked it. He just doesn't know. Oh,
I'm scared now. Anyway, so Christian's gonna post up the name of the video so you guys can look it up for yourselves if you want to. Japanese Adventures. What? So Christian's gonna post up the name of the video in the comments below, and you guys can go look it up for yourselves so you can also get a good laugh for it. Okay? So I'll just catch you guys on Tuesday.
Of course.
You're not even gonna tell him bye?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get.
Oh, look, it's Christian Dude. Wow, he's totally not right here.
I'm trying to get.
I don't know
There
which
you
one
go.
is the best.
It's pen. There you go.
There you go. Which one is the
It's
best?
pen. There you go.
There you go. Okay. We'll catch you guys
So
later.
anyway, thanks for coming in, guys. We enjoy you, and we might have some very, very exciting news that pertains to all of you coming up in the next maybe month and a half. So keep tuning in and let us know what
Month
you're
and a
thinking.
half?
Month and a half.
That's past my... Oh, yeah. I wonder... Wait, what day does August 11th fall on? Is it a Friday?
Friday, yes.
Damn it.
Oh,
That's my birthday.
I know.
Yo, we gotta do day before birthday stream.
Mm,
That'd be fun. Okay, well, I'll catch you guys later.
Bye.